Okay, call the organization meeting of council to order at 7 p.m. Good. Down to business. I apologize, I accidentally put in the agenda that I had a document agenda.
Yeah, I couldn't open it. I'm not signed in.
I can't either.
Said I wasn't authorized to look
Don't
at it.
have permission to view this document, it says.
Okay, well, let me know that, so keep going.
Well,
I wasn't too concerned.
Right into it, we'll go for the appointment of mayor. 2025 year. Board. I'll just read the background just so everyone's aware. So appointment of position of mayor is governed by the terms of bylaw 2023-696. As follows, council will be required to appoint a mayor from the among councillors at the inaugural meeting. Election and at each annual organizational meeting held thereafter. Second, the term of the office is for the appointed mayor shall commence on the date of the annual organizational meeting held thereafter. Should the office of mayor become vacant at any point in time above the above noted term of office, council must at the next regular meeting or special meeting also appoint a new mayor as outlined in section 164 of the Municipal Government Act. So at this time, I will call for nominations for the position of mayor.
Nominate Ron Checkle. Did this month ago.
done this before. Eh?
You accept.
Sure.
I'll move nomination cease. Or do
You
that
have done that before, haven't you?
Well, you know, I second guessed myself once.
Okay, you have to still call 3 times just on that, so, so I'll call for a second time for additional nominations for the position of mayor.
Actually, I don't think you have to do the 3 times if they move nomination cease.
I couldn't remember.
Not sure if we're allowed to see.
It's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, nomination not, okay, so all in favor of nomination cease? Carries. Congratulate Mr. Ron Checkle, be the mayor of 2025, 2026, or 2024.
I didn't even see his.
Sorry, my brain wrapped around that.
I don't know, technically,
Mayor,
Yeah, I know.
Michelle, we can move on with the meeting and appointment of the deputy mayor.
yeah. Call for nominations for deputy mayor.
I nominate Brett.
Nomination of Brett. You accept the nomination?
I'll move nomination cease.
Mark, nomination cease. All in favor? Carried. Do we have anything else on that agenda?
So yes, we'll have the board appointments, committee appointments, and we also need to review the regular meeting dates for the next year. Signing authority at this point would just stay the same with council, so we'll just reappoint. Go through the motion to do that anyway. So yeah, we'll have to go through committee and board appointments.
It would be nice to have an agenda kind of in front of me of some kind.
I was kind of thinking we could just keep them the same still, or.
You just gotta divvy up Matt's.
I'll have to get mad. Cause I
I have a
went-
list of which ones
I know I just been
that was on.
through a couple AGMs with my board, so it might not work well if I get switched.
Yeah, well, you really shouldn't do it till.
Let me just.
Their AGMs are not based on ours.
He's on just about every rec board, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah,
On PEPs. Rec board, what other one was he on?
think he was on the cemetery too, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Keep us, we might as well change you to the primary. I can be the alternate. What they been going.
He's also was on Communities in Bloom.
Was he on CW?
So I might as well take that since I'm there anyway.
Fine.
For the assessment and review board, we don't need anybody else on there, do we?
Just all of us anyway. So.
Nation Marina Board.
I can,
We're just
I'm the alternate anyways, so I could do it.
Maybe the one's path it was on, just
I can take the golf club.
sorry, Mark, you said you do arena?
I can do arena. I'm the alternate anyway, so.
I was gonna say, well, I can be an alternate. Yeah, if you need another.
Yeah, you or Cody or.
Okay, I'll be the alternate on the arena board.
There, the Wellness Society, is that the one on here? Like, since I'm already on that one, take that one from one of you guys if you want.
I know I was on, I haven't been. Let me see this. Oh, there it is, Furnished District Home.
Minor sports, we need one too. Municipal development plan, you kind of got to move over now, Ron. From the alternate. That's the one I can't be on, right? In the municipal development.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Or I guess Brett could do it. Intermunicipal development plan. Ron or Brett has to go on it and the other one will have to be the alternate.
I'm already on that one. The intermunicipal development,
Need two counselors.
the intermunicipal development plan one you can be, but the municipal planning commission you can't.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay,
You sit on the SAB,
Right.
SVD.
okay, well, I can,
Review board is one you sit on. Too many acronyms.
yeah,
You said, do the community bloom.
Yeah,
Seems you're
well,
already-
I'm the chair of it.
Yeah.
As well.
Take the cemetery if nobody's taking it.
Doesn't matter. I can do something.
You want to
Take that one too.
No, I won't fight anybody.
Is this, because this list, like it shows for victim services, it shows Brett and Mark, but that's,
Yeah, I haven't been on that for a while.
yeah, that's me. Fine.
I was gonna say, because even the CDSS board ones are wrong. It's Brett and I and
Yeah, that's
But you-
down there.
Never noticed that.
yeah. Alternate for CIB?
But if you want,
When do you have your meetings?
when we feel like it. Quite often,
During the day or
quite often it is during the day,
Okay,
because that's when somebody over lunch hours when they can be there. And they're the secretary,
oh, it's during lunch hours though?
yeah.
Oh, it's during lunch hours, I could be the alternate.
Okay.
When they move from lunch hours to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it makes it tough and work.
You want to just take my place on the wellness then?
Yeah, do we need three reps and and an alternate? We probably just need one and an alternate, or one and, yeah, one and alternate would be lots.
On which one?
On the wellness, but Ron's on that one too, so.
So is Cody gonna be the rep and you the alternate?
Yeah, because Cody's kind of the chairman. So.
Oh, he's the one.
I mean, I could be the alternate too, doesn't matter.
Who took the cemetery? Brett?
I said I could, but then Ron said he was willing to too. So.
Oh, no, if you wanna,
Yeah, and I said I can take that one too as well.
so you're gonna go to
Say rock, paper,
cemetery?
scissors or what?
Yeah,
Yeah. Who's that? Sorry?
that's pretty much about it, other than minor sports, on this other page, right?
And who's alternate on cemetery?
I'll take the alternate on there.
Cody?
Cody's alternate and Brett's going. Take-
Yeah.
Which you and me on the handy bus?
Sure. We need an alternate for the curling association.
Well, they meet twice a year. So.
I can be the alternate.
We're done. Page? So do we need an alternate on intermunicipal development plan?
Sorry.
We need an alternate for the intermunicipal development plan?
Yes.
Cause they moved me up from alternate.
Okay,
You can put me down.
Brett will go there. Minor sports, Mark was gonna move up.
sorry, can we just go back to coordination of district wellness? So it's gonna be Cody and then who's the alternate?
Cody and myself and you and Brett as the alternate.
Then you gotta switch CDSS.
Yes, I've got Brett, Mark, and then
Cody is the alternate.
Cody, yeah, Cody.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure they're in the right spot.
You good at West Clinton on that page?
Okay, then in your municipal development plan, I've got Ron taking the Matthew and then Brett as alternate.
Yeah.
Then coordination minor sports.
I can do it if you
I
want.
can do that one too. I thought someone had that already. If not, I can take it.
Cody and Mark is the alternate.
Alternate.
Meridian Community Futures, myself and Ron as alternate. Still work. Municipal Planning Commission just drops Matthew and then Mark stays off. Three. Painter's Economic Partnership, Brett, Mark, myself, and then we need an alternate.
I can do that.
You're late. Cody already. Late to the party there, Ron.
Okay. So I waited long enough.
Yeah.
Painter's Adult Learning, we've got Brett and then Cody.
Yeah.
Alternate. Painter's Regional Waste, I've got Ron and then Matthew was the alternate, we need an alternate.
I'll take that one too, I guess.
Palliser Regional Municipal Services,
No change.
got Cody and then no change. Parkland Regional Library Services, I got Cody and Brett as alternate. Seniors Matters is also.
That's not even a group though.
That,
But seniors manners and social housing isn't actually a group. That's covered as Town of Coronation Housing Authority.
okay, I'll get that changed out. Shirley McLean Regional Water Commission. We got Mark and myself and then Cody.
Mhm.
Subdivision and Development Appeal Board, I got Jackie Wrigley, that I believe she's still good to stand with that, I'll double check with her. Okay.
The one you trained for?
Yep.
Oh,
She's got all the qualifications.
do what?
She's got all the qualifications.
I thought you trained for it too. Okay.
Position recruitment, we got Brett, Mark, myself, and then Cody's an alternate. Red Deer River Municipal Users Group, myself and Cody. Just at the top of there, I've got Disaster Services Committee, which is Ron, Mark, Cody, myself, and then Brett is an alternate. That's still. East Central 911 Call Answer Society is Brett, and then Mark Standard is the alternate.
Mhm.
I've got East Central Ambulance is Brett. No alternate on that one.
Can't have an
They
alternate.
don't allow it because of the violence. East Central, I mean, yep, it's all confidentiality.
The position recruitment. Precinct's position recruitment, so this board hasn't met in a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
It's still active, so it's Mark, myself, and Ron as an alternate.
Mhm.
The committee, I've got Cody, Ron, myself, and then no alternate. Assessment Review Board, I've got Brett, Cody, Mark, myself.
Mhm.
Powell River Alliance. for economic development, Ron and Matthew is the alternate.
Do you want somebody for alternates on those two?
I would probably suggest just, we do have them for now.
Whichever one.
Opportunities Committee, myself and Ron. And Matthew is the alternate. After District Chelsea Authority, Paris, Ron, and then Mark as the alternate. I got Hayes and Green. I have Matthew and Ron, but I don't. Either pick.
Can be Ron and Mark.
Ron and Mark, no.
Creation of the 15th Housing Society is Ron, Cody, myself, and I'm Matthew, an alternate. We're in the CSS Express now, well, should be now. Was Ron, Mark, and then Cody.
Yeah.
Make them all caught up here. The victims are, they're still going.
Yeah, it won't be victim services. It's,
They changed name.
we're in the process of that yet. I don't know if it's officially.
That covers everything.
You want a motion to accept them as their,
Changes?
with the changes?
Yes, please.
I'll do that.
Mark does that, all in favor? Carry.
Signing next.
We'll do the dates for for council meeting dates, and then, I've also provided the holidays. Luckily enough, every one of our council meetings next year does not fall on a holiday.
Perfect.
What time they got the calendar, right? So the second and fourth Mondays every month,
Correct.
except in the summer.
Except for the summer, so July 14th will be the second, and then August 11th is the second.
That's good.
14th, August what? 11th.
Oh, I lied. I apologize. There is one.
You need to stop.
Thanksgiving next year lands on the 13th, so we would have to move to the 14th if council was okay with the Tuesday meeting.
Could be the last one. That will be the last
Must be
one.
an election in there.
I was just gonna say that'll be right before the election.
Right, because the 21st is the election.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm fine with that.
What I would maybe suggest is we could, council wanted to, could approve it up to October 14th and then leave it for after the election, and then,
They'll have a reorg meeting.
Mhm.
and I'll just, what I'll do is I'll just delete the dates out of everything past that 14th date.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the new council could change everything. Then
Yep. You can. Somebody want to make a motion?
we move that.
Brett moves that. The second and fourth,
And then the one exception.
July and August, and the October 14th exception.
Yes.
All in favor? Carried.
Signing authority, so. Change the council. I think I'm gonna just, state that the mayor, Ron Feckle, or in the absence of the mayor, deputy mayor Brett Alderdice. As well as the chief administrative officer Quentin Flint, or in the absence of the CAO, the assistant chief administrative officer Delaney Bowlby. Be appointed as the signing authorities for all approved financial transaction information.
Yep, I'll make the motion.
Yeah, Cody makes that motion. I was like he was reading your words, Cody. All in favor? Carried.
I'll move with adjourn.
We're adjourned. Hey, now. Regular October 21st meeting of council called to order at 7:25. Have an agenda in front of us. Is there anything to add, change?
I'll move as presented.
The agenda, all in favor? Great. Up in the minutes, we have the October 7th, 2024 minutes. And September 23rd, 2024 minutes. There's more in the September 23rd one. Let me see any errors or, you know,
I'm the wrong guy to ask about spelling,
Yeah, I'm not.
especially when I'm reading. I didn't. And jumped out at me as being
Doesn't
wrong.
jump out at me. Well, I can move the September 23rd, 2024 minutes as presented.
Brett moves to September 23rd minutes was presented, all in favor? Carried. We want to move the October 7th, where we didn't actually have a meeting, but we got to, might as well approve it.
I can, oh, go ahead.
Mark, move
Yeah, I
to
can do
approve it, all in favor? Carried. Oh, which of our, the 5-1?
Yeah.
Minji Owen wishes to discuss opportunities for investing in affordable housing projects within the town of Coronation. Do we want to go in camera for this?
I think the general discussion could be held in public and then if it,
No, there's some that gets to where we should be on camera, we can do that, but, okay, Minji. If you go over by that, yeah, there's a mic there on the desk. All right.
I begin?
just so you're aware, you're being, there's like live stream on Facebook.
Okay.
And also you have 15 minutes.
Okay.
You have to go over the 15 minutes, council, have to go further.
Okay,
We'd like you to stay. You have a large agenda tonight.
all right. Right, good evening, everyone. Okay. Today I'm coming in to bring forth a idea, okay? Because I have been brought to my awareness, our housing situation is in a very serious shortage situation, and we have only very limited kind of housing that is available. We lack of quality new housing that is in town. We have a bunch of like mobile homes that is in disrepairs. Okay, we have a few. There's still demand, but not as big as the demand that I'm going to propose. Is the big houses that is in the northeast side of the town. What I'm proposing is actually a fairly affordable housing. Okay, that is making use of efficient way of setting it up so that we can keep the cost of the house low. And I will go into a little bit detail in that. The housing that we are targeting are like say maybe like a 1 or 2 bedroom, about 600 to 900 square feet, enough for a starter family. The modern facilities and unlike the mobile home that is bigger but in a very trash up conditions. Okay, so this is going to be a new build. Okay, so the approach that I'm going to say is that I want to bring to awareness that I'm not going after subsidized housing right now. Subsidized housing, just in case that to avoid the confusion, the subsidized housing means that I'm getting continual support from the government or the town or the federal government for subsidizing of rent of the whomever is living there. Okay, I'm not talking about subsidized living. I'm talking about affordable housing, something that we can make it efficient so that we can make things happen faster. if we go through the federal to get all the subsidized housing, it's going to take a long time for everyone to tie in and all those things. So the idea that I'm having is that if we can acquire the land at a very low cost, and then we can build it in a very low cost, and we go to the extent of building the house like a multi-family home, a house with 4 entrances. Okay, each unit is about 600 to 900 square feet on a single lot of land. Okay, that is typically about 5,000 square feet a plot in Coronation. Okay, so with that, it will be very minimal green space because that will be more dense. However, because of the sharing of the land, the sharing of facilities in a multi-family home, like say, for example, we can have one central heating that supports all the heating for all the 4 units. We can have like single boiler system to make it efficient. So by doing this design in a single title, 4 units, up to 4 units, it may be 3, it may be 4, but up to 4 units that they can be to make it efficient and affordable so that the rent can come down, the buying price can be down. And we aim our goal, though the numbers are not fixed, our goal is try to achieve this 4 unit houses to be available in the market at about $400,000 to $500,000. Okay, at the end as a brand new build with the land and everything, so that if someone has a down payment, they can get a mortgage on it, and then the other 3 units will be able to finance the mortgage with the 3 rentals, and they themselves living in one. So let's say if someone is a younger guy that is or lady that has a income, they can fill in, stay and pay the down, save up for the down payment, have it. By the time they retire, it become a retirement home for themselves and retirement income for them. So it will be attractive, be it an investment for individual or be it how do I say affordable for the rentals. Okay. So that is my goal of it, rather than big mansions at about the price of $400,000-500,000 that only house one single family. All right. So in order to achieve this affordable housing, I do need the help from the town to see what level of support that you are interested. Okay. Of course, we can go retail as we go to the market and buy the things. However, if we were to go retail, we will have to mark up accordingly, and it will not be as affordable as we want to go about it. All right, so we have a plot of land with a number of lots together that is ideal for a development like this that we have highlighted in the Appendix A. Okay, so right now we are hoping the few requests that we have from the council. Number 1, we hope that the tree can be removed. Number 2, we need to seek zoning adjustment so that it will be correctly reflecting the intention of the project, like maybe in a dense residential or something like that. Then the land reservation and pricing, okay, and also the parking adjustments that the other parts of the towns are using, because the lot only comprises of certain parts of the land. There are some parts of the land that belongs to the town that a lot of other units in the town are using as parking areas. Okay, of course, we can clean them up, make it suitable for parking, but we need to get the permission for that because technically that is not part of the parcel. Okay, the things that we can potentially provide for the town in terms of the goals, like say if you all want, like say you all want to discuss about the timeline, how fast they want to build, you want to reserve certain units for the nominees of the town to help individuals that is like, or you want to set a cap for the rent for a period of time, we can all discuss about those factors. Okay? But I also know that a complicated proposal is not easy to come up with. I don't expect it to be fully communicated in 15 minutes in my days. So my next step is actually to get an idea what the town is comfortable doing so that I could go with Delane or the CAO to go into the micro details, and then have a direction that is consistent with the town's goals for a final approval before we move ahead. All right. So any additional terms that like the town is considering, or we may even come to a simple point, like say, just keep it simple. We give you a good price on the land. You go and figure it out or expect it, one house to be built every year or something like that. That's it. We can also go about that. We can go simple, we can go detailed. We are quite flexible on that. And this developer is actually an experienced developer that I'm thinking of bringing forth. And if I can manage to attract them here, they can base themselves here in Coronation, which also help our economic situation, hiring situation in town. Okay. So I think that is a quick gist of what I was trying to say. And yeah, I open if you all have any discussions.
You'd be able to have a sort of a blueprint or drawing, what they're looking at actually building.
We have to iron down the few possible land first that we can come up with something.
Before they, before it actually goes, we'd like to look like.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure removing the tree and setting up the parking there, when a person sees where the boundaries are, these red lines are the actual boundaries,
They're close to, yeah.
close to. That side and the south side, they could have some parking on both of those.
Yeah, we'd have to double check and make sure there's no utilities in there, but
Yeah,
pretty close.
so I'll make sure that there's enough space between Railway Avenue and there to park, but it looks like they're,
Put in and square feet. Units there that shouldn't be an issue with parking,
yeah,
really, like, they're not gonna be that big.
Yeah, they won't encompass a large portion of the lands. There would be
No,
Yeah.
minimal, yeah.
there should be an abundance of land for parking too.
Correct.
yeah, should be able to do that, so. But no, we'd quite like to see somebody come and build some houses. That would definitely help, because we definitely need some, some people have been working on trying to get a new rental units in, some 2-bedroom ones, so that.
All right. Because I understand, like, say, for example, the hospital, a lot of the nurses are having problems getting a house. And if they cannot build a family here, they're not going to be able to stay here.
Yeah.
The doctors can afford the big house. The nurses, they can usually need more cost efficient options.
And some of them, they're only gonna be here for 4 or 5 or 6 years, they will rent and.
Correct. And also, when we are building this, we intend to build it with a ramp so that, let's say, a senior that has a scooter, they can drive into their unit without going through the stairs. And that is also part of the design based on the elevation of the land. It is gently sloped. So if we have built we built the ramp in such a way to enter the unit, like in an L shape, it will be very helpful for the seniors that so that we will build them, like say, instead of with tubs, we will build them with showers. We will consider those things in mind when we make them into a senior friendly unit. Probably the smaller units, when we design it, say the 600 square feet unit will be a good option for the senior entrance. Then the 2 bedrooms are suitable for the young family with 1 or 2 kids.
Well, some of the seniors, since one of them snores quite loud, they would like to have.
Let's say we've,
That is also possible if their income can support it, why not?
That's what some of them do.
we've had a lot of requests for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Just and that way they even have a spare room, even just for.
Grandkids visit, they. Put up with the.
Fourplex. It's a multi-family home. That means I aim to build them as a single unit so that they can share the facility.
What do you want?
So if council would like to explore this idea or work with NG further, I would probably suggest that
Well, we'd have to talk about the requests and stuff that he would like.
Correct.
So,
yeah, so I'd probably say that if council is looking for more information from me, or to request it now, and then we could table this and bring it back once that information is available.
It would be a good idea if you all have certain concern, requests, or what you all hope to see, to let us prioritize what are the things that the town hope to see, so that in the final proposal, it will be something in alignment. I actually spoke to both the CEO and the about the situation, but they cannot speak for the council themselves. So we do need to have some feedback from your side so that we can design the proposal that meets the goals of the town.
No, I appreciate it.
The other part of that would be that we would need to be provided with direction to continue working with Minji to move forward and provide more.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Should we maybe have a camera discussion about this later on?
Could have an in-camera,
Do we have an in-camera about
some of this here.
in the meeting?
You could, yeah, if you want.
Just to. Did you go over it?
Yeah, Cody made a motion. to Administration to move forward with, gathering and working with Minji to provide more information.
Okay, so we have more discussion on that motion? All in favor? I'll suggest we go in camera to discuss some of this other.
Yeah, and we can bring back some other.
Yeah, some more points for administration.
Yeah. Do you want to do the in-camera now, or do you want to wait till the end of the meeting?
Might as well do it now. Well, Minji's here.
Need a motion to go in closed session?
Motion to go in closed session.
Once we go into closed session, in favor?
And then as